Snow falls gently over the grand estate of Downton Abbey, turning its gardens into a sparkling winter wonderland. The chimneys smoke softly, the windows glow with golden light, and yet quiet tension lingers in the air. This Christmas, the Abbey feels different. There's a sense that hidden feelings and long-buried secrets might surface, and no one upstairs or downstairs is quite ready for what's about to unfold. The perfect, picturesque holiday masks, unspoken worries, and as the first bells of Christmas ring, the drama begins. The morning begins quietly. In the grand bedrooms upstairs, the Crawley family stirs from their slumber, each wrapped in their own thoughts. Lady Mary lies awake, staring at the frost-covered window, her mind restless, as she remembers past Christmases when laughter filled these halls, and a pang of sadness cuts through the cozy morning light. Beside her, Edith sips her tea silently, pretending everything is ordinary while her heart carries a lingering worry about the future. Even the youngest Crawleys, normally full of excitement for presents and decorations, move softly, sensing the unusual hush that has settled over the Abbey. Downstairs, the servants move with precision, their footsteps echoing through the polished floors. Mrs. Hughes checks the stockings, but her smile is measured, hiding the anxiety she feels about managing the day perfectly. Mr. Carson adjusts the tablecloth, glancing at the fireplace, silently reminding himself that the Abbey's dignity must be maintained, no matter the personal concerns he hides behind his calm exterior. Every servant seems to carry a quiet burden, from subtle worries about family disagreements to private secrets that they dare not reveal. Even on Christmas, the air smells of pine and cinnamon, and the Abbey is decorated beautifully, as if trying to ward off the invisible tension that hangs like fog. Outside, the snowflakes drift lazily to the ground, landing softly on the lawns, but inside the atmosphere is heavy. No cheerful carols break the quiet, only the faint hum of the wind and the ticking of clocks that seem louder than usual. Each room has its own hush, a careful balance of tradition and suppressed emotion. It is a Christmas morning that feels suspended in time, a moment where joy and anxiety are intertwined. Even as servants light the candles and arrange the flowers for the festive table, there's a shared, unspoken understanding. Today, the Abbey will test more than traditions. Hearts will be examined, old wounds may resurface, and each member, whether upstairs or downstairs, carries a small piece of tension that could turn the day into drama. The Crawleys move through the halls with quiet elegance, exchanging polite nods, careful words masking deeper feelings. The servants bow slightly as they pass, performing their duties while wondering what lies beneath the composed faces of the family they serve. The silence is almost tangible. Even the usual morning bustle footsteps on the stairs, as the clatter of china or the soft murmur of conversation, feels restrained, measured. There is an anticipation that is both uncomfortable and magnetic, drawing the viewers in, compelling them to wonder, what secret or surprise might shatter this fragile calm? Christmas at Downton Abbey is never simple, and this year, the stillness of the morning hints at something more, or something dramatic that will ripple through every room, every heart, and every carefully maintained tradition. By the time the sun begins to rise fully over the snowy landscape, casting long shadows across the Abbey, the tension is palpable. Upstairs and downstairs, everyone senses that this Christmas will be unlike any other. Hidden glances are exchanged, quiet sighs fill the air, and in this perfect, quiet, snowy morning, the stage is set. The Abbey waits, holding its breath, as the Crawleys and their loyal staff prepare to face a day that promises not only festive celebration, but emotional upheaval as well. The grand halls of Downton Abbey gleam under the morning sun, reflecting the sparkle of Christmas decorations. The Crawleys gather, each carrying the weight of unspoken thoughts behind their polished smiles. On the surface, everything appears perfect. Laughter drifts lightly from the drawing room. Ribbons and holly are arranged with care in the scent. A fresh pine mingles with cinnamon from the kitchen below, yet beneath the smiles, a fragile tension hums through the air, like a thread stretched too tight, threatening to snap at any moment. Lady Mary greets her family with a composed nod, yet her eyes betray a restlessness she cannot hide. The memory of past Christmases, some joyful, some painfully quiet, lingers in her mind. She senses Edith's reserved mood and wonders if her sister's worries run deeper than polite conversation can reveal. Edith, clutching her cup of tea, keeps her gaze low, her thoughts weaving between old regrets and hopes for a happier future. The quiet struggle to maintain decorum contrasts sharply with the undercurrent of unease that seems to shadow every perfectly placed ornament. Meanwhile, Lady Violet watches from her armchair, a knowing expression on her face. She observes the subtle tensions and missed glances, noting the silent discomforts that younger family members try to hide. She senses the invisible currents of jealousy, unspoken disappointment, and guarded secrets weaving through the room. Her words, when they come, are gentle but pointed, laced with the sharp clarity of someone who has seen generations rise and fall within these walls. Every sentence she utters carries both warmth and warning, reminding everyone that Christmas is as much about truth as tradition. Tom Branson, now part of the family, moves carefully between the siblings, offering quiet reassurances with a polite nod or gentle touch. His presence is calming, yet he cannot ignore the tension that simmers beneath the festive cheer. He notices Lady Mary's occasional flicker of unease, Edith's quiet frown, and the small gestures of restraint that the family performs to maintain appearances. Christmas, he realizes, is not just a day for celebration, it is a mirror reflecting every unspoken thought and every carefully hidden feeling. Even the children, who should be carefree and filled with excitement, sense the unusual hush. They play quietly, their laughter gentle and cautious, as if instinctively aware that the adults around them are treading carefully through a delicate web of emotions. Their innocence contrasts sharply with the practiced composure of the adults, highlighting the fragility of the seemingly perfect Christmas morning. Every glance, every half-smile, carries the weight of what is not said, creating an almost palpable tension that both intrigues and unsettles. As the morning progresses, small cracks begin to show. A casual remark here, a hesitation there, subtly disrupts the festive rhythm. Polite laughter masks minor frustrations. Whispered glances hint at lingering disagreements. Even in the midst of carefully curated traditions wrapping gifts, arranging flowers, preparing for Christmas dinner, the sense that something unresolved hovers just beneath the surface remains undeniable. The Abbey, with all its grandeur and elegance, is alive with the quiet dramas of human hearts navigating love, pride, and lingering doubt. By mid-morning, it becomes clear that this Christmas will not be merely about presents and decorations. It is about the balance between appearances and reality, between joy and hidden sorrow. Every character, from Lady Mary to the youngest Crawley, navigates this delicate terrain, their actions deliberate, their smiles measured. The house itself seems to hold its breath, waiting for the moment when the hidden tensions will finally surface. This is a Christmas wrapped in beauty, but lined with emotional complexity, where every gesture, every word, carries far more weight than meets the eye. The kitchens of Downton Abbey are alive with motion, yet beneath the bustling energy lies a quiet undercurrent of unease. The clatter of pots and the rhythmic chopping of vegetables fill the air, but every movement is precise, measured, as if the staff is performing a carefully choreographed dance. Mrs. Hughes moves through the room with her usual grace, yet her smile is tinged with concern. She senses the subtle frictions among her team, tensions that might seem insignificant to the Crawleys, but carry weight in the close-knit world downstairs. Carson, with his ever-present air of dignity, oversees the preparations with an iron patience. Though his eyes betray a flicker of worry, he notices that some of the younger staff members exchange hesitant glances, whispers curling like smoke in corners. Secrets and unspoken disagreements hover quietly, reminders that loyalty and duty often come with personal sacrifice. Christmas at Downton is supposed to be a time of warmth and celebration, yet for those who serve, it is also a time of reflection, where old grievances and lingering regrets cannot be entirely ignored. Anna and Mr. Bates move with practiced efficiency, carrying trays and tidying rooms, but their steps carry the weight of shared history. A lingering glance, a fleeting touch, speaks volumes of unspoken promises and past hurts. Even in the cheerful bustle, there are moments of quiet tensions, small conflicts, and unresolved emotions that color every action. The staff works tirelessly to ensure that the Abbey runs smoothly, knowing that any disruption could ripple upstairs. Unnoticed by the family but felt deeply by those who live and breathe the estate's daily life. Meanwhile, Daisy, eager and nervous, hovers near the pantry, balancing her excitement for the festivities with the knowledge that her mistakes could be noticed. She steals small, anxious glances at Mrs. Hughes, hoping for approval, yet sensing the subtle undercurrent of judgment that comes with experience. Hoping for approval, yet sensing the subtle undercurrent of judgment that comes with experience. Her youthful energy contrasts sharply with the seasoned composure of the older staff, highlighting the tension between ambition, loyalty, and the fear of failure. In every corner of the downstairs world, the air is thick with expectation, responsibility, and the quiet yearning for acknowledgement. Outside the kitchen, the servants' hall buzzes with whispered conversations. Some speak of family troubles left behind, others of romantic entanglements that cannot be publicly acknowledged. Every secret, every hesitation adds a layer of complexity to what should otherwise be a joyful day. Even the seemingly mundane tasks, folding napkins, polishing silver, arranging the Christmas table, carry the weight of unspoken stories. The Abbey, grand and magnificent above, is mirrored downstairs by human hearts navigating love, loyalty, and regret. All in the shadow of a single festive day. The tension is subtle, but undeniable. A misplaced word, a misread glance, or a momentary lapse in focus could spark a ripple of drama that would reach upstairs. The servants are bound by duty, yet their emotions are real, raw, and potent, reminding the audience that Christmas at Downton is not just about tradition. It is about the collision of human desires, fears, and loyalties quietly played out behind closed doors. Every gesture, every whisper, every careful step is a testament to the unspoken dramas that shape the heartbeat of the Abbey as the morning unfolds. It becomes clear that downstairs and upstairs are connected by invisible threads of love, tension, and secrets that will inevitably intertwine as the day progresses. The staff moves through their duties with unwavering dedication, yet each carries a private burden. A reminder that Christmas is not just about celebration, but about confronting the complexities of human emotion, however quietly it may be done. And in these quiet corridors and bustling kitchens, the stage is set for drama that will ripple through every corner of Downton Abbey. The quiet hum of Christmas morning is suddenly pierced by a subtle disturbance, almost imperceptible at first. A folded letter, misplaced and discovered by chance, changes everything. It slips from a drawer as Lady Edith arranges gifts, the delicate paper catching her eye. Her hand trembles slightly as she picks it up, and the words written on it pull at memories long tucked away, stirring emotions she thought she had buried. In that instant, the fragile calm of the Abbey begins to crack, unseen by most, yet palpable to those who know where to look. Upstairs, the Crawleys continue their preparations, unaware of the storm forming in Edith's mind. Lady Mary notices a shift in her sister's demeanor, fleeting shadow crossing her face, but dismisses it with a polite inquiry that earns only a quiet, controlled smile. Yet Mary senses something significant has changed. There is a subtle tension in Edith's eyes, a hint that the past has found a way to intrude on the present, it threatening the carefully maintained harmony of the family Christmas. Downstairs, the servants feel the first tremors of upheaval. Daisy, carrying a tray of pastries, overhears a hushed exchange between Anna and Mrs. Hughes, their whispered words carrying an urgency that immediately sets her heart racing. Something hidden has been uncovered, a secret that could upset the delicate balance of both family and staff. Even Carson, stoic and composed, notices the shift the Abbey has a way of reflecting unrest in small gestures. A tightened grip on a railing, a pause in conversation. The slightest flicker of the eyes. As the day progresses, the secret begins to ripple outward. Edith struggles with whether to reveal it, torn between protecting herself, shielding the family, and upholding the truth. Her mind races with scenarios, imagining how each revelation could unfold, weighing the potential heartbreak against the necessity of honesty. The tension grows like snow piling on a roof, each flake adding weight until it feels as if the entire abbey could be swept away by a single misstep. Meanwhile, upstairs and downstairs alike, the invisible threads of connection tighten. Conversations halt mid-sentence, glances are exchanged, and even the children sense the subtle shift. The abbey, usually a place of measured grace and tradition, begins to feel alive with quiet anticipation, as if it knows something is about to surface. Every character, every servant, every member of the family is caught in the gravity of this moment, where a single secret can append years of composure and carefully maintained etiquette. By late afternoon, the tension is undeniable. The secret refuses to stay hidden, pressing against the boundaries of silence, tempts confessions, triggers doubt, and forces choices. Upstairs, Edith wrestles with her conscience. Downstairs, the staff prepares for the holiday, yet every movement carries an unspoken urgency, a desire to shield or to intervene. The abbey itself seems to hold its breath, every door, hallway, and stairwell imbued with the weight of the truth threatening to surface. As the shadows lengthen and the golden glow of the afternoon sun fills the halls, the audience senses the impending collision. This is more than a secret. It is a catalyst, a force that will ripple through both lives and hearts, challenging loyalty, trust, and love. A Christmas at Downton Abbey is no longer just a celebration. It has become a delicate stage for human emotion, poised on the edge of revelation, where the smallest action may ignite dramatic consequences that neither upstairs nor downstairs can ignore. The grand dining room glows under the soft flicker of candlelight, the Christmas tree casting long, warm shadows across the polished wood floor. The table is a masterpiece of festive elegance. Crystal glasses shimmer, silverware gleams, and a carefully arranged centerpiece dominates the middle. Everything is perfect. On the surface, Downton Abbey exudes the charm and order of a family holiday steeped in tradition. But beneath the glittering surface, a storm brews. Every carefully orchestrated gesture is now a potential spark for drama. The Crawleys file into the room, smiles in place, but tension weighs heavily on the air. Lady Mary, ever composed, senses the subtle shifts in expressions around her. Sits stiffly, hands folded on her lap, the secret from earlier pressing like a heavy stone on her chest. Lady Violet, observing silently from her chair, surveys the scene with the keen eye of experience. She knows that a single word, a single glance, could unravel the fragile peace of this Christmas gathering. The servants move quietly along the sides, offering dishes and pouring wine, their movements precise yet careful. Anna's eyes meet Bates's. Briefly across the room, a silent acknowledgement of the heightened tension. Daisy hovers near the sideboard, sensing that something monumental is about to occur, while Mrs. Hughes maintains her calm, yet her grip on the napkins betrays a subtle anxiety. Carson stands near the fireplace, posture rigid, aware that the Abbey's dignity is balanced precariously on the edge of revelation. The first course begins. Polite conversation flowing like a river over hidden rocks. Small cracks appear immediately. A misplaced comment, a faint hesitation before laughter. A lingering glance toward Edith. These tiny disruptions ripple outward, creating a subtle sense of unease. The audience feels the tension building, a quiet anticipation that something dramatic is imminent. Every movement, every word is charged with meaning. Every pause pregnant with unspoken truths. Then the secret threatens to surface. Edith's hand trembles as she reaches for the bread, the letter from the morning still hidden in her pocket. Her eyes meet Mary's, and a subtle but loaded glance passes between them, a silent acknowledgement of the weight she carries. Upstairs, the family senses a shift, while downstairs, the staff notices it too. The air seems to thicken, heavy with unspoken questions. The Abbey itself feels alive, every beam and corridor resonating with tension, as if the house itself anticipates the approaching revelation. Voices grow quieter, smiles strain, and laughter feels forced. A simple toast becomes a turning point, each word echoing with double meaning. The secret is no longer confined to Edith. Its shadow falls on everyone at the table. Old rivalries, regrets, and personal fears resurface, mixing with the holiday atmosphere, creating a heady cocktail of emotion that threatens to spill over. The audience is drawn into the drama, feeling both anticipation and unease as the perfect Christmas focaccia begins to crack by the end of the first course. The tension is nearly unbearable. Polished manners remain, yet every eye flickers with unspoken thoughts. Upstairs and downstairs are united in this shared suspense, the Crawleys in their poised restraint, the staff in their quiet awareness. The stage is set for an emotional crescendo, where truth, loyalty, and love will collide, and nothing will remain as it was when the day began. Christmas at Downton Abbey has shifted from tradition to revelation, and the turning point has arrived. The evening light fades softly through the tall windows of Downton Abbey. The flicker of candles casts a golden glow over the dining room. The once tense atmosphere begins to shift as the Crawleys and their staff start to confront the emotions. The day has stirred. The secret that had weighed heavily all morning no longer looms as a silent threat. Instead, it becomes a bridge, connecting hearts and opening paths for understanding. The air, though still thick with emotion, feels lighter, almost tender, as if the Abbey itself is breathing a sigh of relief. Lady Edith finally speaks, her voice quiet but resolute. She shares the truth she had carried, choosing honesty over fear, and in doing so, she releases the tension that had wrapped the family in silent unease. Lady Mary listens, a flicker of surprise softening into acceptance. Her composure remains, yet the subtle nod of acknowledgement, the warmth that creeps into her eyes, signals a tentative reconciliation. The sisters exchange a glance, a quiet understanding forming in the shared acknowledgement of pain, loyalty, and love. Downstairs, the staff feels the change immediately. Mrs. Hughes allows herself a small, relieved smile, sensing that the burden of secrecy is lifting. Anna touches Bates's hand lightly, a silent gesture of solidarity and hope, while Daisy beams with innocent joy, feeling the subtle magic of resolution spreading through the house. Even Carson relaxes slightly, though his posture remains formal and a rare softness passes over his face. The delicate balance between duty and emotion has been restored, and each member of the household feels a connection that transcends hierarchy or protocol. Christmas at Downton Abbey now becomes more than a celebration of tradition. It transforms into a celebration of human connection, understanding, and forgiveness. Old grievances, once heavy and sharp, are softened by compassion. Small apologies are exchanged, not always in words, but through glances, gestures, and actions that speak louder than speech. The family and staff alike begin to see that the meaning of Christmas lies not in perfection or ceremony, but in the courage to face truth, to embrace vulnerability, and to extend grace to one another. The children, who had sensed the tension earlier, now laugh freely, their joy reflecting the lighter mood. The sound fills the Abbey, echoing through the corridors and blending with the soft clinking of glasses and gentle murmurs of reconciliation. Upstairs and downstairs, barriers that had seemed unbreakable now feel porous, reminding everyone that love and empathy can bridge even the deepest divides. It is a quiet, unassuming victory, but one that resonates profoundly, leaving a lasting imprint on hearts and on the walls of Downton Abbey itself. As the night deepens, Abbey seems to glow from within, a sanctuary of hope and renewed connection. Candles flicker, shadows dance softly along the walls, and the snow outside sparkles under the moonlight. The Crawleys and their devoted staff have navigated the fragile balance between tradition and truth, conflict and compassion, secrecy and forgiveness. In this moment, they are united not in perfection, but in understanding. The Abbey, timeless and elegant, stands as a testament to the power of empathy and love. Even amid human flaws, by the end of the evening, hearts are lighter, tensions eased, and Christmas at Downton Abbey achieves something greater than any grand feast or sparkling ornament. It becomes a celebration of resilience, of family, of loyalty, and above all, of hope. The day has tested them, challenged them, and revealed truths, but it has also reminded everyone that forgiveness and compassion are the true gifts of the season. Night descends softly over Downton Abbey, and the estate is bathed in the serene glow of moonlight reflecting off freshly fallen snow. The grand windows of the abbey flicker with candlelight, casting a golden warmth across the frosted lawns. Inside, the atmosphere is calm, almost reverent. The day's drama has passed, and a quiet peace settles over the household. Upstairs and downstairs, the people of Downton pause, taking a moment to breathe, reflect, and absorb the emotional journey of the day. The family gathers briefly by the fireplace, soft crackle accompanying their subdued chatter. Lady Mary adjusts a ribbon on a gift, sharing a small knee.
Yes.
Genuine smile with Edith, in that simple gesture. Yeah. A bridge is rebuilt, a silent acknowledgement of forgiveness, understanding, and sisterly love. With quiet satisfaction, the corners of her eyes crinkling in rare amusement and pride. She knows that the Abbey's walls have once again witnessed the strength of family and the resilience of human hearts. Downstairs, the servants tidy the rooms one last time, yet their movements are lighter, filled with the relief of a daze. Tension released. Mrs. Hughes checks on the kitchen, giving Daisy a reassuring nod. Anna shares a quiet word with Bates, their hands brushing in a gesture that speaks volumes of solidarity and hope. Even Carson allows a small, almost imperceptible softening in his stance. The bonds that hold the Abbey together, loyalty, respect, and care shine quietly in these gestures, proving that the strength of the household lies not only in tradition, but in empathy and connection. Outside, the snow continues to fall, blanketing the gardens, the paths, and the driveways in pristine white. The Abbey itself seems to exhale, its towering structure majestic and serene against the winter night. Each flake mirrors the quiet beauty of resolution, delicate, fleeting, yet capable of transforming the landscape. The house, a silent witness to love, tension, and reconciliation, now stands as a symbol of endurance and hope. Its walls have absorbed laughter, tears, and whispered truths, and in that stillness, a new beginning takes root. The children, their earlier worries forgotten, play near the fire, their laughter a soft echo of joy that resonates through the halls. Upstairs and downstairs alike, hearts are lighter, smiles genuine, and a sense of belonging shared by family and staff is reaffirmed. This Christmas, imperfect as it was, has brought a deeper understanding, proving that even amid hidden secrets and strained relationships, connection and compassion endure. As the night deepens, a gentle calm envelops Downton Abbey. The snow glistens under the starlight, candlelight inside flickers warmly, and the estate rests quietly, proud and steadfast. The Crawleys and their devoted staff, the day has passed with lessons, learned hearts mended, and the bonds of family and loyalty strengthened. The Abbey, timeless and elegant, stands ready for the days to come, a silent guardian of tradition, love, and hope. In the stillness of that snowy Christmas night, viewers are left with a sense of peace, that even after tension, drama, and hidden truths, there is always room for forgiveness, understanding, and a new beginning. The Abbey sleeps under the stars, a home not just of grandeur, but of hearts that endure, connect, and heal.